Nope, the microphone was not broken. The microphone was off. So, how is everybody today? Welcome to this nice Sunday stream. I hope you're all having a rather relaxed and chill Sunday afternoon. I have spent the morning doing shopping and a few bits around the house, and I'm very excited as my adulting has peaked, as I have some tool storage to put up in my garage. So tomorrow I'm going to have to go and buy a bunch of stuff to properly attach that to the wall and do other things. So yay for adulting. But yeah, we get to do even more adulting by building some software, and doing so while pretending to be a robot. Did I say pretending? I meant being a robot, an actual robot. Yes, there is. I am the robot. Anyway, let us get in to working on Coppice. We are going to be starting on features today. We've spent a lot of time doing some refactoring, preparing for this moment, and we're going to start working on features. Well, I say working on features, it's still technically refactoring because at the moment Coppice is broken. But that's okay because we broke it intentionally. All of the stuff for actually linking pages on the canvas does not work because that is what we're changing in this version of Coppice. We are going to completely redo how we create links to give us a lot more flexibility and do a lot more features. So the first step, what we're going to start doing today, is to take our links, take the data side of things, make sure that we are creating these links, and then make sure we're displaying them in the layout engine. Now this should simplify things, because at the moment when we're trying to work out what are we linking, then we have to actually work out the relationship between various pages, and it all depends on looking at the pages and working through the hierarchies and stuff like that. Stuff should be a bit simpler now because links are concrete types, so that should help us a lot. So yes, we're going to basically try and get things working as they were before, and then we can start adding all the additional new features like multiple linking and having single pages rather than duplicate pages, and being able to tell where the links are. So let's get to it. So we head over to our conference room and get settled in. So we set up a bunch of warnings here. We have our arrow layout engine, and that is what actually, as the name suggests, lays out arrows. We then have our code that creates links. So we're going to leave the hierarchy stuff for now. We're just going to focus on opening new pages. So what that will do So the hierarchy stuff we'll leave because that is about restoring stuff when you close and reopen, and the stuff that is going to be a lot more complex now, because we basically need to detect should we close a hierarchy, because some parts of it will be closed, some parts of it won't be closed, and when you reopen it you've got to detect are some parts of it open, are some parts of it closed. So we basically need to work through all of that. So right, this we're gonna have to tidy up because these guards are in bad places. So I think our steps for today, let me make a note of this for myself. Right, so we want to create canvas links when opening page. Change our layout engine to work with links, and then we want to implement what stuff do we do? Then we do so hierarchies. When do I want to do those? It might be best doing those after we get some of the other features done. So delay fixing hierarchies done after the link works. And that also includes stuff like selecting a full hierarchy. So yeah, we're just going to get it so the layout engine is displaying things. Then we're going to implement new features, and then we can come and implement hierarchies and all that stuff, because that is going to depend entirely on how that's implemented. So I'm not going to bother with these tests at the moment because they're all going to be changed, rewritten. I might do those off stream at some point. What I will do is add a warning to them. I don't think we need to get the links back. All we're doing here is flashing and it will check. So I'm going to do this. That model controller is model controller. That doesn't. Optional, so get rid of that. So that is going to give us our collection. Should we only use the collection? Yeah, we might as well do this. Make sure the model controller is there because we need the model controller elsewhere. And let's fix that bit. So we get a frame, and what I want to do at this point is we're going to do model controller dot push object left. I need to change how that works. I need this to only happen if so if there are no changes. Right, so we may need model controller dot goes value. Push a change root option. Creating multiple objects at once, you would put that in one change group. Want to do that if you're creating some. place. Oh. So I think we need to move a lot of this into here. What we're going to have it. Great. Canvas page. Art page. Canvas page for page. From those page. Visually. That. Let's return. Page. So get that canvas page. Now that page, those page, and now what we're going to do, because this is called just from open page, that's opening a page link. So this wants to open yeah, open link, because it isn't opening just any page. Open link, page link, and we don't care if it's linked from. Then what we're going to do, God let page equals stuff dot page. Page selection. Elf. And we want outlet destination page. Page collection dot object with ID. Dot destination is nothing. Yeah. So we have our page collection. So we can open a link and it doesn't have a source, which means that we just want to add them. The question is, do we want we have the question really is, why is it on canvas rather than canvas? No, I think what we're going to do is we're going to just go for the simplify. Keep that there. Page link. Page link. And we're just going to pass the page link. Because what you do is you get the page link. And then what we need to do is link. So what we need to do is actually go extract all the stuff that we need from the page link and determine, are we just opening pages because there's no source, therefore we're not linking from anywhere. Go for existing canvas pages, and then we do the hierarchy. So the thing that may change is we may look at moving the hierarchy stuff up and have maybe a separate controller rather than having the canvas itself manage that. Yeah. Right. But what we are going to do is have this here where we can go through, create that, and that is going to be the page link. That creates object, and then we're just going to return our canvas page. That should create a canvas link when we open. So one way to test this would be open. So where is that called? There. So we're going to print canvas links. Canvas link collection dot all dot count. So if we open up, build and run, hopefully it compiles. Okay, so we can go here. How's that? Okay, so it's not creating canvas link. So if I set create point, go there. Right. It says page Doesn't be an exit page at this point. There's only one page on the canvas. Okay, so then we go here, then we go in, then we have closed, right, because we have a closed page hierarchy. Right, delete that, that should delete the hierarchy. Go in. Go here, there we go, and then we've got our canvas link. Now, it may look like this is working, but that's because it created the parent relationship. So what we're going to do is get rid of this parent relationship here. Get rid of the log that we have just put in. And you will no longer see the arrow, because when I build and run, Coppice, what I want to do is delete that. There's page. And you can see that it's no longer there. Okay, I need another cup of tea. Even though we're only about, what, half an hour into the stream, but I could do with another thing. So what I'm going to do is go on a very quick break, make another cup of tea, and when we get back, we will start implementing this arrow. Okay, I am back with a fresh cup of tea. So let's get started. We now have our page links been created. What we need to do is so you have the layout engine. And you got layout engine pages. We may need to add a new type, layout engine links, because at the moment layout engine pages have things such as descendants and so on. So I think what we're going to do is have to create a layout engine link and basically translate this. Now the reason we have these separate things is it abstracts it all away, so the layout engine just works in these things, creates these pages and defines the layout so that then either a view or the quick look plugin or whatever can just render that however it wishes. So what we are going to do and how are we going to do? Hey Sinister, how are you doing? Oh, hey Kieran, thank you for the raid. Welcome everyone to the stream. How are you all doing today? Oh, I just realized, yes, give me a sec. Manage request. Right, that should have refunded back to you. Give me 1 second. I forgot I was meant to build that. Let us rebuild on the stream. Hi Veil Pepper, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Yes, we are going to rebuild the overlay live. I mean, it's not the first time I've done this, so... Right, so... Build settings, build... I need to quit the existing overlay, so see you in a second. Alright. At this building... That should be built, so then I can do this. Click that button. And the microphone's working. And let me test. Oh yes, now you can do that. And now they take up lots of screen space, so... Well, Yeah. See, if we do this, I see a slight problem. Let's clean some of this up. Yeah. Come on. Down, here you go. Away with you. Away with you. The small ones aren't too bad, it's the big ones that are the issue. Right. Go away. There we are. There we go. Can't see any of them. Do not perceive that one. Anyway, how is everyone today? Let us quit a Unity, because we don't need that open anymore. And get back to this, where I'm trying to work out how exactly I want to rewrite one of the most complicated parts of my application. So... So let child. So we have this that say we had childs, we have descendants. What we may be able to do here. We may be able to use a slightly different model here and keep it just with like engine pages, and then we won't need to change the arrow layout too much. Because while we're changing this so it's no longer going to be parent-child relationships, those things are only going to have one parent, we can, and it's going to change stuff such as anything that deals with the parent, but we can have all the things you link to on the page. So what we can do is take our two separate canvas page and canvas links and basically combine them on the layout engine page, which means that will yeah, work kind of the same in the arrow layout engine. Now, thing is, we need a way to identify those arrows. Because if you hover over an arrow, we need to link that back to a canvas link. So I suppose we could have an identifier, add linked page, links to a canvas page, and we have an identifier, because that's how we do it with the layout engine page. Layout engine page has an ID, and that ID matches a canvas page ID. So we should be able to get away with it like that. Let's see. Doing good. Had a nice walk this morning in the beating sun. It's just been on for extra toasty. Still got chores to do, but can't be asked. Well, you've got this stream to enjoy rather than doing chores. Listen, look, listen to me. Listen. Watching this stream can be your chore for today. So this is a chore, so that you listen to this stream, and once the stream is done, you have completed your chore for the day. See how easy that was? But yeah, I am doing well. I am a little tired, that's why I had an early break to get yet another cup of tea. But yes, I am doing well. My tool storage stuff arrived earlier, which was good because it could have been delivered like some point during the stream, but it got done beforehand. So that is now all here. And I'll probably be going out tomorrow morning to pick up a bunch of stuff so I can fix it to the wall, because it's kind of heavy. So I need to like get stuff so it will properly fix to the wall and not pull the wall down. So what I'm looking at is basically want to change all of this relationships stuff. Gonna calculate arrows page. So you get a route page, and you're gonna calculate all the arrows going from that page. Then you're gonna get the edge from the parent. So the edge from the parent is set. Create an arrow for ourselves that will point back to the parent. And we're going to go through and for each edge we're going to calculate. Yeah, so this is all going to have to probably be redone because we're only going to get the children for a particular edge. An edge from parent determines what to do. Calculation can same edge, and we process because this I believe we may be able to get away with some of this and just change some of the terminology. Because each individual thing, there is a parent and a child, it's just a child can have multiple parents. Now, but yeah, if we do it in terms of layout pages, so you're going to give it the layout page, so when we create the layout page we need to make sure the links are on. Okay. So I am sensing a slight problem here. slight problem is rain, whether it is up to such a involved change. You know what? What we'll do, we'll spend half an hour making sure this is planned out, so I know what I need to do, and then we'll spend a bit longer working on the overlay today. It's a Sunday, we can have a bit of a break, and I want to get some stuff done on the overlay, so we'll ease up a bit on this side of things. But what we want to do is, so our warning, so what we're going to do here, swap from parent-child relationship to link to money notes or so first one is that. Then what we're going to do is use canvas ID as ID for links. So, recalculate edge parent. So only edge from parents start. So I'm going to recalculate. Right, well, where do we actually use edge from parent from? So we use it for finding children for an edge. Okay. Get the parent now, we get the parent out. Okay. Now we're gonna need an actual link type, I think. We'll be able to add the link types to the layout engine page, but I think we're going to need the link type. Because they're going to have to link back, because you're going to need the parent to work out the edge, and you want to get edge from a particular parent rather than that. When does that get called? When we set the content frame, when we set the layout engine, when we set the parent. So we'll be able to set those on a thing. So yes, create engine link at between edges. But we want to do that. Create layout engine link. And what does layout engine link? It is going to hold source actually So place children with, I think, pages, which is going to be ID with page, or ID canvas going to contain the page, which can page. Replace parent with source page. Those pages. They're going to also contain ID and the page. First, going to link pages, you replace the parent with source paging. The ID is going to be the same, so no matter which one you're looking at, you can find it. You can find the opposite. Because if you wanted to find the link to yourself from the source, then you just get source page, get the page, and then ask the page for its linked pages with the matching ID. So that is how you would sync them up. Probably also want an edge. So these are going I mean, we could have a separate thing that is a dictionary of IDs to edges. Where's edge? Edge source. That's going to be ID edge. I mean, we could do that, or we could just do it. Edge. Where do we actually? We use it for recalculating edge from parent, so that's where we set it. We use it for children for edge. Where do we use children for edge? We use it for calculating the arrows. So we have an edge. Calculate and for the edge, because then we need to process it all. Yeah, so we need to work out everything going from an edge to do that, but we also need to calculate everything going to an edge. Okay, so we may need to yes, this does change things. We go and we calculate the arrows. What is that going to do? That is going to call in, and then we'll keep going down. Then when we get to the leaf of the tree, we've got the point to the parent, which is then going to take us up. We get point page arrows, so we're going to do that. We're going to get all the leaves, then go to a parent. And when we're at that, so we've got all the arrows that are going to the parent. So we go here. Does this include it? No. All of that. This has a problem because it can be looped. So this is actually more complex than I thought. Because we may not be able to do it on the layout page. It may be easier doing it separately, because then we don't end up with loops. Because then we're not looking through the layout pages. We still need them, because we're going to need to be able to say, okay, we've got this link from here to here, but this is probably going to be a multi-step process, where the first step is we set up all the initial stuff, and then we go through each page and then do all the processing to make sure that everything is offset correctly. So this may need actually completely rewriting. Bit of a pain. Yeah, we may need to go back to the original plan, so we need to get this. Our canvas layout engine. Select, deselect, modify. So we're probably just going to want an add remove links. And then when the links are added or removed, that's when we recalculate the arrows, which we update arrows. Enter that. So we're going to change this because we. Okay. We have the start point, we have an end point. So we have a layout engine arrow. And that is just going to calculate the arrows and return them out. So actually what we can do is we already have this type. So we can change this type. We've got start point, end point, layout engine. We're going to change some of that. The layout engine arrow is going to have source page, destination page. It's going to have an ID. So we're going to flesh this out so this looks like the layout engine page, because the layout engine page has an ID, has all the various properties we need, but then it has its various frames. So it has the content frame, but then there is there's a layout frame, which is the frame that lays out, and then it tells you like the visual page frame, the title bar frame. So this is just calculating all the XY coordinates and sizes of all the different things, so that a view knows, okay, I need to put the title in this rectangle, the content in this rectangle, the visual page fills this rectangle, so it can do all these calculations. So we effectively want to do the same thing for the arrows, and we sort of do already, but we want to do that because the arrows we then go up to page arrow view, which will actually draw the arrow in the canvas view, because the canvas view arrow layer, we have that. So is it the view controller? Arrow view. That page arrow view configures what the arrow is. The same, so that it's the arrow view. Update arrows. Here we are. So it goes through and it gets the arrow layout frame, and then does that. So all the layout frame stuff is the same. We're still going to have an arrow layout engine, but the arrow layout engine is going to work differently. Rather than taking the pages in, it's going to take the arrows in. And what the layout engine does is it takes the layout pages in, and then it calculates all the layout stuff from that. The arrows are going to take the pages in, and then it's going to calculate the layout frames. Rather than the start and end points. I mean, it could still do the start and end points, but it's going to be no, we still need the start and end points. But yeah, the point is we're going to take the links, we're going to pass those in and generate our layout engine arrows, pass those into the arrow engine and get them back, and we'll change it from layout engine arrow to layout engine link. So that is how that's going to work. Okay, that's good. So yeah, let's leave it there. In fact, no, I'm going to write myself a note. Canvas layout engine. Warning. Add. Use this stuff for calculate. Add stuff here to add / links. Because this is a key thing. You will now be able to have two, like previously, if you added a link, you always added a page. But now you'll be able to link between two pages that already exist on the canvas. So adding links has to be detached. So yeah, this makes sense. So add stuff here to add, remove links from layout. Okay. So yeah, brain is not working enough. Start doing that. So probably work on that tomorrow, hopefully. Have a bit of a longer stream, and hopefully tomorrow I may start working on it a little bit early off stream. But right now my brain is in overlay mode. So let's overlay. So what we want to do is we're working on follows, then subscribers, and then rates. So what I would like to do, the first thing we need to do, this is something I looked into, is we need to refactor some code. All the face code I want to split up because there are multiple things being managed by it and it's getting kind of complex. So I want to split it up into components so that it makes things a bit easier. So the components are, we have the mouth, and that requires the microphone. We have the eyes, and that all depends on timers for doing things like blinking and stuff like that. So what we're going to do is split those up. There's also the accessories, which probably can stick in with the eyes. But then the other thing is the overall choosing the expressions and themes. And that I want to do at a higher level. The reason I want to do it at a higher level is because then I can have like just overall control that just, regardless of what the mouth and the eyes are, I just hide them. Because if I want to hide them and show a message on, I want to have that. It also allows me to have yet another component, which is going to be a message queue, because if a lot of things are happening at once, then I want to queue them up. Okay, it has crashed. Off to a good start. But yeah, just tidying up the code so that we can manage this, because arguably my face is the most complex part of this entire thing so far. So, Open C# project. Physically don't care about that. No. So yeah, we have our code here, and as we can see, we get all the textures and stuff. So we need to do all the texture switching. We need to get all the bits and pieces here. We need to handle like input to set all the various bits and pieces. We need to handle mic stuff here. I don't think we need that anymore, so we can probably get rid of that. But we have the expression switching. Then we have updating the expression, which changes the texture offsets and stuff. Then you want to update all the eyes and all stuff like that. Update mouth, got an update time for blinking and speaking. Then you got the various states of the eyes, but then we go down to the mouth because we had some microphone stuff up there, so we've got more microphone stuff here. And then we've got stuff for debugging the microphone and setting the face, and we've got to 400 lines here. So what we want is we want an expression manager, and that is going to basically handle all the player input. So handle input, tell other component of expression. Then we're going to have an eye manager, which I think I mean, what we could have... expression change. So the mouth manager is going to handle open, close mouth. This is going to handle blinking. We'll have a separate accessory manager. Plain accessory. Right, other than accessory manager, why don't we have texture manager? Because then the eye manager doesn't need to deal with this. So this is play background accessories based on expression and switch textures. So we've got the overall. Because the background accessories, you can do that in the expression manager, can't we? Yeah. It would be nice to separate the texture. We'll have texture manager. Yeah, no, we'll have texture manager. Because changing the textures is its own thing. I will call it theme manager. So theme manager, eye manager, mouth manager, and then we're going to have message. And the expression manager is going to be able to turn so components of expression changes, toggle face components. And then controlling all of this, we're just going to have the a face. And what face is going to be is the face is just going to hold all of our objects, materials, and stuff like that, so that we just have one thing that we pass around to all of these other things. Okay. So, what we want to do? Have Ilkibot, which has facial expression. So we are going to add a bunch of fresh things to all of this and handle them separately. So does this mean compartmentalizing different components of redeems? Yes and no. It's compartmentalizing the different components of the face. So there are different components of the redeems because you have the theme and you have like messages that will appear. But it is me saying, okay, I want one component that deals with the eyes and blinking, because that's just a small like state-based animation. I want another component that deals with switching all the themes of stuff. I want one component that deals with the microphone and making the mouth move. I want one component that deals with taking the looking for input from the controller to change the expression, and I also want that to basically that is going to be the overall control of everything, and that is going to be able to hide all of my stuff, glasses, eyes, mouth, to be able to show a message instead. Because otherwise this is going to keep growing. And it does mean that, for example, if I want to add a new expression, I need to update the scene manager, the eye manager, and the mouth manager. Though actually I shouldn't need to, because if the expression manager sets the terms to Y, then I shouldn't need to do that, because I just update the expression manager. Everything else no longer cares about expressions. It just cares about give me the Y coordinate, which is the expression, of the texture, which is the scene map, and I will shift X coordinates across. So yeah, it just makes everything easier then. So I'm going to add Ilky bot. I'm going to add bot base. Create and add. Add component. Expression. Manager. Do I need more to be this? Because what I could do is make them not be. So I could have the expression manager be the root thing that is a mono object, and a mono object, a mono behavior is basically a game object. It contains all the things you need. So it will call awake, it will call update, and so on. And various things need it. So for example, the eye manager is going to need it, the mouth manager is going to need it, the face is going to need it to get the transform and stuff. However, I could just have the expression manager be a mono object, and then having its update, it will call its eye manager and say update, and call its mouth manager and call update on it, so that they can update their counters appropriately. Yeah, we'll give that a try, because then I only need one. Oh, actually, no, I'm going to make them. I'm going to make them mono objects, because I'm going to need to access all these here. Yeah, I'll leave them as mono objects. We've got expression manager. Okay. Theme manager. Yeah. Mouth manager. And then we are going to have base message queue. Okay, so we have all of these things here. And what I am going to do is organize them. So we have scripts, we have actions, we have scripts. So what we're going to do is I'm going to create a folder and call that PilkyBot. PilkyBot. Yeah, call it PilkyBot. And we're going to say bot face expression face mouth manager and back all those in bot. Yeah, everything. Yeah. So we now have PilkyBot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend this and so we're going to keep facial expressions over here. I'm going to close that and we'll open bot face, expression manager, eye, mouth, the and the message queue. So here, what we want is we're going to have a game object, which is going to be left eye, game object, right eye, game object, mouth, game object, background, game object, accessory. And what we start is this dot transform dot find left eye. Okay. Copy paste that. Right eye, mouth, background. So extra. Set the text. So what I can actually do, like, what we actually want to do is we don't actually public. What we want is we want to be able to show and hide these, but we also want to be able to like get and set component. So what we can do, enum bot face component, and we're going to have left eye, right eye, mouth, background, accessories. And we're going to void texture offset. Of on but which is not going to be void, it's going to be a vector 2, I believe. Then void set texture offset of component. Vector 2 offset got face component. Component and then void set texture of component of the texture Alright. Also, mode, which is for and go message view false, and what we're going to do is and if we'll do a void that show I'm going to do this dot left eye dot set active. Right, don't even need the if statement. What we do show message view set active is not show message view. Right eye set active is not show message view. And for the mouse, background, accessories, then we're going to have separate one. Have it game object dot message view. Comment now. Right, so texture offset of component. Private game object, game object of and what this can do is game object bar object component object get component dot material dot get texture offset basement. Similar thing here. We're going to do set texture offset base map offset, and to actually set the texture. Texture, base map, texture. Which all past value? Yes, they do. Happy now? You've got an exhaustive switch statement there. Right. Right. So that should all be tied up. Message you later. So bot.face is done. So the expression manager is going to handle the input. So the first is leaving the wake rather than start for the put. Player input, and we are going that. Our current text. Down here, take. Dump that there. Just going to now. Right, so when the expression changes, we want to change the Y offset of all of our things. So what we are going to do is, we're going to have a private wide update expression. We are going to do this update expression. Switch on this dot. On awake dot expression. Make sure that is there. So case dot plain case dot happy case dot I believe it's worried. Yep. Actually, I could just copy paste that. And then what to do, we need Devon Ricky, welcome. Thank you for following. Currently in the process of changing some stuff so that we can hopefully get those follower alerts back. Right, so what do I want to do? Do I want to get the Y offset, but then I need to know the X offsets for all the stuff I need, or I could just get hold of the other bits and set the Y offset on them. Let them handle the X offset. Yeah, I think I'll do it that way. So we're going to have iManager. We're going to have void update Y offset. Float Y offset. Theme manager. This message queue. Yeah, I don't really need to get the mouth offset, do I? Because I'm setting the Y and I'm setting the X. Actually, you like read to that value. Left eye offset. Now, okay, so I can actually simplify this. But I don't need that one. New mouth manager. This doesn't. So what I want to do here is I have those bits and pieces, but then I want components, and what are we going to have? Private iManager, private mouth manager, private manager, theme manager, private since the throws bugs, So what we do here is this dot mouth manager update, yeah, update Y offset, we're going to do iManager, and then we want the not theme is be. Ooh, that's a fair point. The accessories are different. We're going to have a separate accessory manager then. Let's create that now. I see. Oh. Nice. That's right. Right. So we've got the accessory offset. We're going to have our accessory and that update Y offset. What's the point in having internal then? That is Unity treating them as separate. Like why have internal if it has to be public, or like if private is you can't see it, externally, and public is you can't see it externally, then what does internal do? Unless it's internal's like a file private in C#. Right, accessory manager is going to be that with the accessory offset. Reasons indeed. Reasons are why many things happen when it comes to programming. So we have all of those. So then go in here and this.iManager equals this.get component iManager. Health manager. Accessory.
Synthesis complete.
Public. 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 Accessory. Public. Go back here. They're all good. So what else do we need? The handles input, tell other commands of expression changes. Toggle face components. We actually don't need that because what will happen is in bot face we have set shows message view, which will handle showing and hiding the message view. So the face message queue will be able to on the face say that shows message view false. So it will handle receiving all that. So this is just handling the player input. So that is a lot easier. And the thing is, if we need to add another expression, we just add another thing here, another thing here, another thing here with our offsets, and all our expressions are done then. We are all good. Right, eyes. Let's get some blinking in. So we are going to do private float y offset equals f y offset this dot y offset equals y offset and we want to mark date as linking. So we're going to do private void update eyes. So the eye state, so blah blah blah. Actually, we're gonna. That's what we need for blinking. I'm gonna take a state from here into here. Oh, yes. Configuration Manager. Do need player input. And then we have where do we go? Date. So mark dating. And the reason I'm doing mark, it doesn't actually do anything in Visual Studio. At least I don't believe it does. No, it doesn't. But this is just what I use in code because it's what I'm used to. I could just do regions, but I'd rather do what I am used to. Right. So in update, what happens in update? We open up, we update the blink timer. And this update expression, we're going to change that to this.update I. We don't need the Y offset because Y offset, we don't need that because this is going to be just a vector 2. No, any of that. Now that, we don't need the speak timer. Private bot face. It's going to be a bot face. Not bot face. Dot get component. Bot face. There. And then what we want to do, text offset. That is a very good point because we need that there. So what we'll probably is, can we do a static float texture offset bot face, and then can we do bot face dot texture offset? That needs to be public, doesn't it? Click. Oh. Alright, so we have that, and then for the set, we're going to do this bot face dot set. Oh yes, they need to be marked as public. Public void. Public void and another public void. Set texture offset of component. Left eye offset and bot face dot left eye. Left eye and right eye. Everything else should be the same. Okay, so that should be done. Alpha Manager is, let's do this. Let's do the accessory manager. That's super simple. Why am I getting compiler error reasons? you would be surprised how often the compiler error is effectively just reasons. Compilers can be very bad. I mean, they're a lot better now, but I still remember it's like, oh, you're missing a semicolon. Well, I'm going to throw up all sorts of different, like the errors, you're just missing this one character. I'm going to throw up all sorts of unrelated errors that you have to try and decipher to realise that actually, on this line that I have not shown an error on, is where the error is, and you've just got to add this one thing. Private. Bot face. And for anyone watching who may be wondering, is this in any way efficient? The answer is, I have absolutely no idea, because I am still new to Unity. I am still getting used to things, and to be honest, I don't care too much about performance as long as I can hit, because I'm not releasing this to others, as long as I can hit 60 frames a second, I'm good. How do coders maintain their sanity? We don't. We never have. Why do you think technology is as it is? Did you think that the entire technological world as it is was built by people who haven't been completely broken? I mean, just look around. Just think about that, just briefly. And don't ponder the horrors that everything is built by people who are at their wits' end with technology, and are holding everything together. The entire digital civilization that we have is held together with duct tape and hope. Usually by some overworked person who's doing, like applying said duct tape and hope for free in their spare time. But yay, technology! Okay, so get texture offset. Don't care about that because it's going to be 0. So new vector 2. Glass offset is going to be the Y offset, and then this dot face dot set offset of component glasses offset dot accessory. Okay, that's super simple, but who knows whether accessories will get more complex. Better to split it up just in case. Right, the mouth. So this is where we get all the fun microphone stuff. So we have the audio clip, we have our sample window. This can be private. Then we have all of our microphone helpers. Let's just get that. Copper. So that stuff all goes there. Want state valve. So this is going to be the valve section. Then we have all of our stuff. And our alpha state. So that all goes there. We want to keep loudness out. Pick that there. So we have our debug. We might as well stick restart mic in debug. We're going to want to copy paste this. Then enable play input. Do that here. Got face, dot texture. We want new 2. We're not getting offset there. Let's dot y offset. Float. Offset. So how is everyone's weekend going? Are you up to anything the rest of Sunday? Any interesting plans going on? Or are you just having a nice, relaxing rest of your weekend before the rush starts again next week? Start with back or so on. Private messed around with some shaders. Oh cool. What sort of stuff have you been doing with shaders? That box. Get component. What face? Probably some more chores that you didn't do during the week. I'll leave them up until tomorrow. Like you fancy a drink, but just make do with coffee and juice at the moment. Yeah. I mean, I was going to like vac up around the house and mop today, but then I kind of ran out of time because other stuff happened. What about me? I, hopefully, unless it's being cancelled again, should be playing D&D and get to play my bard character. Who is a completely a very intelligent but completely oblivious bard. Geez, so I've got the bot face, so what I want to do is bot face, set texture of opponent. Be playing with layer weight nodes, basically create a gradient outline like a ghostly effect. Oh, cool. I did see some cool things. So for the subscribers with the idea of stickers, I was looking because I know Unity does support them, but what I found out is that it only supports like decals and stickers on the high definition render pipeline, not the universal render pipeline that I'm using here. But I saw a rather cool idea where they basically use a shader to put like stickers on curved surface. And the way they do that is they basically have a cube and they use a shader to basically extract the depth map of what's behind it, and then they can use that to sort of warp the texture around, which I thought was cool. But I think what I'm probably going to do is, as I have a bunch of nice flat surfaces, just not have them wrap around the corners and just stick them on the flat surfaces, because that way I can just instantiate a plane and yeah, just instantiate a game object that I just stick onto a bunch of sticker planes that are attached to the Pokebot. Right. So, doing that, we're setting up the microphone. Don't believe there's anything else you need. Oh, update. Let's take speed timer and shift that up. Yeah. Void update. This dot speed timer plus equal time dot delta time. And then if this dot update loudness, this dot update health. Okay, so that one's done. Next up we have the theme manager. So we want to copy paste all of those. We need the face, private bot face. Update background. Not Swift, it's C# private void update background. This is the problem with working with multiple languages, is get used to things being one way and then it just completely messes. Right, so what we want to do here is I want to have a quick look in Unity. Pokebot. So vector 2. The X is going to be that. It's going to be Y offset. Get rid of that. I'm going to do this dot bot base texture offset of component. Background. Okay. This dot update background. And we're going to want those down there. I don't think we need to update. And we do want start though. That bot face is component dot face. And then here is going to be this dot face dot set texture of component texture dot left out. That dot right eye dot elf dot background accessories, and then we need accessories text. We also want that down there. Get rid of the player input. Right. So most of this stuff start commenting out. One thing I don't want to comment out are any public variables, because we need to pull values from those. Okay, so if we go back to UV, bot face component needs. Expressions does not contain a definition set base theme. That is in channel point. Theme manager. Okay, so if I click on this, so talking open is 0.1, 0.2, 0.5, 0.6, 0.05, 50 reduction rate. So I want to default the reduction rate on the mouth manager to. Like, I can change these in here, but it's nice to make sure that the defaults match up. Oh, that must be 3. So the debug volume needs to be that. Base message queue, accessory manager, don't care about. iManager, don't care about. Theme manager just needs the textures, which are going to be base map, terminal, pixels, start, terminal. So. There we go. Right. So. I should be able to save that. And then. You fish expression. And I just need to apply something. Okay about that one. Half manager 46. Yes. Not fair. Should be. Okay. Let's just do that. Go here and lock controls on there. Oh, I'm going to have to restart this because I don't want controls locked on the Unity version. So, if we have a look. Okay. So that's working. Can I change expressions? No, so the expressions aren't working, but the mouth is, the blinking is. What about changing theme? Well, let's try some debug stuff. Let's try mic level. Okay, so the mic level's working. That's good. The themes are working. The only thing that isn't working is responding to inputs. So if I go to the expressions manager, player input character controls enable. Setting that. Set the Y offset. Got a debug.log. Make happy. Now this may not work because I think it messes up my control stuff, but if I restart it, okay, so it's not being called. Oh, the expressions manager's turned off. Okay. Ooh, that's evil. Right. So in the iManager, this update so I need to turn off, start. Okay. Oh, mouth's gone. What's happened there? Oh, because the expression manager's disabled again. Okay, so that is there, and that is there, and that seems to be working. That's working, working. Okay, so that's all working. So if I turn this off, I can get rid of that component. Make sure that is turned on. Why does that get turned off? I don't get that. Why does the expressions manager get turned off? something to give. Change that to working start. So it's enabled there. That is 100% enabled. And it's enabled there. Okay. So. Okay. So probably what I want to do, I do awake. Let's put the player input in there and do it like that. Make sure the player input is set in awake. Then if I do this. Okay. Right. Why does the mouth vanish? This update expression. This current expression is plain. So mouth manager. Do that. Update the mouth. Log mouth offset. Have a look. And I turn off. On again. Okay. So the mouth offset is at 2.430. But why? The Y is 0. Oh! Why has it not updated the Y offset? But Y offset equals Y offset. We set the Y offset there. This shouldn't be 0. Because it should be starting. You update the expression. The expression is facial expression dot planes. So the Y offset should be 0.875. If I do that, you can see that it's now doing that. If I switch back, it's 0.88. So manager 8 Y offset. That changes the Y offset. Log change Y offset. That, save that. Again. Okay, so it's not actually setting the Y offset. They're not being... Well, they should be set at that point. expression. Okay, so we have the expression there. We've got the correct expression there. So the start mouth manager. The mouth manager is set. Go to mouth manager, change Y offset, but that isn't being called. Okay, let's just default that to 0.8.75. How weird. Turn this off, turn it on. Okay, yeah, so that's working now. Okay, so all of that refactoring is done. So I'm on the stream overlay. If I can delete facial expressions. Where are we? Split up facial expression. Components. Okay, so that is reloading. So what we can do now all that refactoring is done, is go and get following working. So I think one thing that we will want to do is just in Pokebot. Oh, in Pokebot. We want to add play. So we have the plane, and I want to parent plane. Can't remember what I need. I think I parent it to Open that. That parent. Oh. Right, so the question is, will this move the armature? That would be a no. Now it does forward, but it doesn't. Right. So. Be a parent. Let's parent it to monitor. Oh, message being parented. So that is main object. Let's save that. So long since I've actually done this that I've forgotten what I need to parent this to get it to map. Oh, because being I don't know if anyone in chat can remember. I need to fit the overall armature. Message. Parent. Armature with empty. That I want to do. And then go to okay. Play. Oh. Oh yes, I need to assign it, don't I? that is on that. I've got the scanline play. That is add to the opener. That. Oh. How do you do this? Come with adding new stuff. On that base, you've got so I've added a plane, this message plane, and the problem is, if you look here, you see how the plane is not moving with anything, and I can't remember how I need to set this up to parent it all. I've parented it to the armature. The object is on there. Thing is, a bunch of these don't actually have like of that. I'm sure there was something with the vertex group we were meant to do. Oh, I remember now. Let's go into edit mode. And then assign all to the upper back vertex group. I believe that is what I needed to do. There we go. Yeah. So yeah, so it's not parenting to the bone. What it was is so for reference, if anyone wants to recreate, oh, it's not showing it now, but you parent it to the armature with empty groups, which adds it to the armature. Then you need to go in, and this is how you do it for something mechanical like this. So if you're doing it for something organic, it's very different. You get into all stuff like weight painting and all stuff like that. If it's something mechanical, you need to go in, and I just remembered this thing that you've got to assign vertices. So you go in and you assign all of the vertices on the thing to one of the vertex groups with full weight. So that means that it just moves in the mechanical way because it's all assigned to one thing. So that does that. So now we have a blank screen. However, what have I called that? I've called it the message plane. What did I call it in bot phase? I haven't called it anything. So this dot message equals this dot transform dot find message plane dot game object, and then what we're going to do is set shows message view false, and that should hide the message view. Now that. There we go. So the message view is now hidden. So what this means is that with the message view, we want to do stuff where we can add a queue. So I'm going to do private void add test message. And the test message is going to be just, well, we could just do show, want the bot face, so private bot face. So what this is going to do, get the component, and bot face dot set shows message true, and we're going to stream deck button, and we want on enable, on disable. On enable is deck dot add this deck. And then we can pilot errors. And then if go stream deck, and I want my debug, add test message. So up stream deck, save that. So we're just going to restart. And turn around. So if I press test message, hey, that works. So what we now want is private array of string, well, the list of string messages. And what we're going to do, be a lowercase string, because why would you have consistency type name? Public func public void new message string message messages dot is there a queue type? Is or can we fantastic. Always use the type that you want to do, and if you want a queue, use a queue. So in this case, we're going to enqueue this. So in this case, we are going to messages dot well, this dot queue message test message. Now, how we're actually going to show the text, I haven't figured out yet. That is something that I need to learn in Unity. But we can get the basics of this queue working. So what we want is public float message play time equals, and let's make it 4. No. Yeah, let's make it 4 seconds. So what we are going to do going to have private string current message, which is going to be null. Private float remaining playtime equals 0. So if current message is null, then and messages dot count. Oh, so let's more brackets just for clarity. So if we don't have a current message, but we have something queued, then current message equals this dot message it. Oh. This dot message current message equals this dot messages actually no, if we don't have a message let's get rid of that. We want this to be separate. So we want that to be there because we want this to be if we have if the current message is nil, and that is going to be that DQ, and remaining display time equals this dot message display time. Else we stop showing the message. And what we do here is we're going to do this dot remain display time minus equals time dot delta time. If this dot remaining display time is less than or equal to 0, this dot current message is null. Or rather, if so if dot I want private void play next message. So if the current message is not equal to no, then on this user time I can do dot no. So the maintain time is that. Then it's the next message. If this dot message no, and we display the next message. So we haven't got a message currently displayed. We display it, at which point it will start doing the counting down, and then an update we keep displaying the next message when the display time gets to nil until we no longer have anything to display. So if we just set that to 2 seconds for now, and we'll go in, let's just check on the Pokemon. Alright, just set it to 2 there. So what should happen now, if I turn around, come and look, so if I press the test message button, it doesn't work. Object reference not set to an instance of an object. Aha! Equals new string. Try that again. Okay. 1, 2, and it goes away. But if I do 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hey! That works. So all I need to do now is work out how to display text. Let's see if that play Unity display text on plane. Plain text on plane. The object. All the text stuff has changed. Text mesh and it should jump. It displays text string. For size, graffiti, etc. Let's places text in 3D scene to make 2D text GUI text component instead. On the component to create a text editor with a custom font. Put a font by dragging TrueType font. Select the imported font in the project view. Use game object, create other 3D text. You now have a text mesh. Manage with your custom TrueType font. You can scale the text and move it around using the instructional controls. You want to change the font. Okay, so I may need to do this and then add in. Font book. Do I have a Menlo? Right, font selection. Monaco. Deja vu. Oh, I do have JetBrains. I could use JetBrains because that's what I use for all my coding font. JetBrains Mono. Here we are, JetBrains Mono. So let's do JetBrains Mono bold. So we're going to drag that in. So we've got scripts folder, prefabs, plugins, models. Let's just create a font folder. And we're going to copy JetBrains Mono in. Okay. So, imported. Select the imported font in the project view. Choose game object. Create other 3 text. Where is create other? Oh, that is an old version of the manual. Where are we? 22. So that's Legacy. Information on reaching for creating user basic. The UI systems you can use. UI toolkit, UI package. Newest UI system is designed optimized performance across platforms based on standard web tech. Use the UI toolkit to create extensions to the editor, create runtime UI for games application. Oh, we want to use UI toolkit. Attach labels. 2020. Play X on. And that is so right. Right. We have text mesh pro. I think what I'll do is okay, I think what we'll do is we'll probably call the stream there because I think I need to spend some time looking into this off stream and working out how to get the text displaying. Because if I can just get text where I can just say, here's a string, display this in this font on a plane, I'll be good. Because that's going to be necessary for a lot of stuff. So I'll take a look at that off stream and hopefully maybe see what we can do tomorrow on that. But we will be back same time again tomorrow at 1 PM. So if you are new here, I hope you will give me a follow and you can get notified whenever I go live. I stream every Saturday, Sunday and Monday at 1 PM UK time and every Wednesday at 6 PM UK time. And we'll try and get some more done on Coppice tomorrow. Now that I've got things planned out, I can get into it with a fresh mind, starting from scratch. So what we're going to do is we are going to go, and I see Uli is on, with Vampire the Masquerade. So we are going to raid Uli. So if you don't want any spoilers, now is the time to jump off the train, but otherwise we will end up raiding Uli. So, oh yeah, I've locked the controls. We have quite a mess in here. But yes, thank you all for coming. I hope you have all had a wonderful stream and a wonderful weekend. Again, I will see you hopefully tomorrow at 1 PM UK time. But until then, have a wonderful rest of your day, and as always, happy coding.